And now back to our program. If you're tuning back in, we're talking to Luke Foster and Abhishek Baya from Nutanix and talking all about this Powered by Nutanix program, which is our sponsor here today. So shout out to Powered by Nutanix. But we talked about the fact that it's validated, it's verified. Is there wait a minute, is there a badging system that goes along with this? Like, can I put a pin on my shirt or something that says I am Powered by Nutanix certified?
It's real. Absolutely. We will have the badge for a bunch. We're up to like 10 verified solutions already. The
Yeah.
badges are in going to production right now. And our first service providers are going to be getting them in the next week or two. So it's
Okay.
pretty exciting. So it's something real. But we don't want the program to just be, well, that's great to have something that officially says you're verified. We don't want that to be the end. That's just the first step of the program, right? We want to go much deeper in upping this partnership. And that's a great first step to show
Yeah.
that we're in complete lockstep with the SP.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
we
Abby,
want
what
the
counts as oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah. Now I was just gonna say we want the SPs to use this program to be able to kind of tell a joint success story, right? So tell other customers how someone have benefited from the joint solution, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you a quick example, right? We had a large service provider who were approached by a customer who had an urgent need for DR as a service solution, right? And they were looked at multiple competition, but ultimately they went with this our partner because not only they provided a solution which was backed by us Nutanix, so powered by Nutanix, but also they were able to like build the trust with the customer and then become their strategic partner. So not this was just the beginning of the relationship, but they were able to influence where the customer is going in their IT journey, right? So this is what we expect our service providers to do with this
Hmm.
program with Nutanix, so that they can go and tell their story to other customers.
Okay, so it gives the customer a greater sense of confidence if they're dealing with a service provider who has earned the Powered by Nutanix verification and badging than if they hadn't earned it, because there's nothing behind somebody who hasn't earned it. But this is Nutanix standing behind this badging, saying we verified it and we stand behind it. This service provider is legit, and we've checked them out. Is that fair?
Yeah, and they have to have this isn't just just say you want the badge and you get it, right? We go through a pretty rigorous review of the design. We look at, as Abby said, every service provider that gets verified has to have a live customer. So this is not throwing stuff against the wall and seeing if it
I'm sorry,
sticks.
Stu. A lot of service providers have dead customers. What was the sense of saying that? They have
That's
to have
yeah, that's
active
Oregon.
customers.
That's Oregon for you, Sean.
The
Throw
wood chipper,
random
was
things
that
out
Oregon?
there.
Yeah. Okay, but let's take it now, Abby, from the service provider's perspective. What challenges are they solving for the customers with this?
Yeah, I mean, the first and foremost, right? There are customers who are looking at a few different things, right? So customers, many of the customers are looking to move out of the data center, right? That's just happening across the globe, right? But when they make that call, they also need help with the management, right? So of course, customers have choice just to go to public cloud. There are many customers who can't do that because they lack the IT resources. So they want someone who can not only provide them an outsourced IT solution, but they also can
Mhm.
provide the management. They can provide the advisory services, right? And that's what our SPs are able to offer, and that's what the customers are looking for.
Okay. Now I'm going to get technical here. No, not. No, I'm going to get in the details. I want the steps, the mechanics behind powered by Nutanix, because I'm hooked. I'm sold. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I started my career working for a managed service provider. And this is so embarrassing, but it was a service provider that offered a typewriter cleaning and maintenance on a contract basis. And I was a
Yeah, that's
typewriter
gonna and your
technician.
background, the background there kind of proves the point of potential date range of your birth there,
Yeah.
Sean.
So if I am that service provider, let's say I'm back working for Toner Brothers in Quincy, Massachusetts, how do I get started? What are the program mechanics for me to get started as a powered by Nutanix Elevate Partner Program?
Yeah, we've tried to make it as painless as possible. It takes some rigor, but it's not going to be a massive commitment. You've got to have that customer live, not dead, per the earlier discussion.
Proof of
And
life.
yeah, proof of life. And then the bottom line is we have a simple form. It goes into all parts of the solution. That's the key with verified. The technical is important, of course. But
Mhm.
we need to understand and make sure we verify the whole solution from, again, the service provider perspective. That means the go to market, how do they go to market, what are their SLAs, how do they operationalize it, how do they support it, what are the ways they go commercially, all that. We need to look at this holistically because that adds more
Yeah.
validation for the SP. Once they fill out those forms, get them to us, we have our technical and global SP team review all aspects. We'll go back and forth usually a couple times, and then once we verified it, they can get that badge. It's you got to go through this process for every solution you badge. Right now we're at up to
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
There'll probably be more, but this is not something where you do one and get a bunch of badges. We're going to go look into the detail of each solution to make sure it
Yeah.
really is, um, you know, ready to go in the market,
Yeah.
and we can put our name behind it.
Yeah. It sounds a lot more rigorous than when I became certified as a minister in the Global Church of Peace. It sounds a lot more
That
rigorous
sounds like an entire
than
episode potentially for that one.
sounds a lot more rigorous than that. But it sounds like a great, great program for SPs to get involved in. And gentlemen, I'm afraid I think our back's against the wall for time, and we're out of time on this episode of our little show here. So I want Abby, do me a favor, look in that camera, or that camera, and tell our audience where they can find you at Nutanix.next and what you'll be doing.
Yeah, so we have a couple of sessions. So Luke and I, we are going to run a session on Powered by Nutanix. So I expect our SP partners to come and visit us, listen to the stories, and then just chat with us, right? We would love to talk to you. And then we have another session which goes more in depth in some of the exciting product launch that is about to happen. So I wouldn't give it out yet, but maybe that's for
Yeah.
another for another
All right.
episode of yours. But I think that's going to be something that the SPs would be really interested to know more about.
Nice. Tease it out. And Luke, how about you? Look in that camera, that camera, that camera. Tell me what you're going to be doing at .next.
Pretty much, Abby and I will
Sounds
be
like,
joined
yeah,
at the hip, I believe.
yeah.
So no, we're really looking forward to it, and we're even going to have a little more of a hint. We're going to even have a couple of our service providers that are already working on us on this powered by Nutanix up on stage with us during our presentation, which is really going to be exciting. Hear from the horse's mouth. So
That's and you are the horse, of course. I'm
mhm.
I'm curious as to why he said the mouth, because I would have thought something else when it comes to you, my friend. But I get
Ouch.
it. That's gonna do it for this episode of SP Signals. I want to thank our guest Abhishek and Luke, my co-hosts. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you're an SP out there, if you're an SP up and coming, if you're just service provider curious. Search for Luke's blog on the Nutanix corporate blog for Powered by Nutanix, and you'll get some amazing information. Stay tuned for all the updates that are up and coming. Find these two guys at Nutanix.next out in Chicago, and yes, you'll find me there too. You will not be able to miss me at .next. I'm all over the place. So, on behalf of my guests, thanks guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time, everybody. Bye.
Thanks.